Hello everyone, Mr. Kiley with Martial Arts America, Team Navarre. Today is April 9th. It is your Thursday advanced belt class. Just kind of as a reminder, we do have our red-black class tomorrow at 2 o'clock from 2 to about 2:45-ish. For those that are new red belts and aren't necessarily in the red-black rotation, good. You don't have to worry about that class right now. That's okay. For those that are red-black belts that are worried about or kind of focused on the potential upcoming black belt graduation, make sure you guys check into that class. It'll be in your red-black group that we're a part of. Again, I'll go live at 2 at that. But for right now, we're doing the advanced belt class. We're reviewing Samurai Set. We're getting to almost the very end of the form, potentially through the form today if we feel good about it. And then we'll kind of focus in again on how to do that kicking combination of the wheel kick into the step wheel kick while keeping your balance and switching sides. We'll go into self-defense number 18, number 19, and try to sharpen those up. And be like, the cool part about your self-defenses, guys, with 18, 19, and 20, is you can do them without a helper. Good. Technically on 19 there is a throw, so that you kind of need, it helps to have a helper, but you can do all the hand motions on 18 and 19 and even 20 and do it without anybody having to punch you. And then so when we come back in the studio and practice, it'll translate really easily. So that part's super clean. All right, so let's get warmed up and worked out a little bit to get kind of loosened up, and then we'll jump into Samurai Set. All right, feet together, bow. Hope you're all doing amazing on this bright and shiny Thursday afternoon. Reach up really tall. Out real wide, and then down real low. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach up real tall. Out real wide. Down real low. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a small step out with your feet. Stretch down to the middle. Over to the left side. Over to the right side. Back to the middle. Stretch down. Try to keep most of the weight off of your hands if you can. Bend down to the left side. You're trying to stretch out the inside of your leg right here. So you don't have to be full like Spider-Man stretch. If your body can't do that, that's okay. Because a lot of times we spend too much time focusing on getting the balance part right, and we're not even stretching at all. So make sure you're just, whatever angle your leg needs to be at, for you to then lean into what's going on and feel the stretch right here. Some can do it from this far. Some need to go this far. That's fine. Just keep that foot flat on the ground. So what you're also practicing is you're practicing blading your foot and stretching out all the stuff on the outside of your ankle, all the tendons and muscles, and kind of loosening all that up too, so side kicks get a little easier. Switch sides. Sit all the way down, heels, toes touching. If Bryce Clockley's here, tomorrow is Bryce's birthday, so happy birthday, Bryce. I'm not going to see you tomorrow, and so I will say happy birthday here. You guys can all shoot Bryce happy birthday in the comments if you would like to. He's an awesome little kiddo. Happy birthday, buddy. Put your left leg out, stretch down. Switch. Both legs at everybody's favorite part. Remember, we're trying to stretch every single day, trying to get that flexibility challenge throughout the course of the month, and just see at the end of the month how flexible you are, how much stretcher you are, and even if you know like your split doesn't grow by leaps and bounds, if you feel more flexible, if you feel a little bit looser as a whole, not just in your legs, but a lot of times your whole body. Because just if your body feels tight or if it feels kind of sluggish, then it's kind of hard sometimes to do the movements as strong as you would like to do them. And sometimes just by stretching your whole body and feeling looser, you'll also feel lighter. You'll feel a lot more snappier and kind of on the light on your feet. So it's easier to then move quicker just because you'll feel that way. Or to the left side, even if you don't necessarily see like a gigantic improvement in your full splits, doesn't mean your body isn't stretching out. Doesn't mean it's not working back to a good strong position. Other way. Let's push our split out a little bit more. One hand in the front, one hand in the back. Try to keep this leg where it is. We keep that foot up, and then try to push this foot out a little more. So you're not trying to push yourself forward. You're just trying to push your foot out wider. By doing that, your split will naturally increase itself. Good. Body up nice and tall. That's one of the biggest things, the biggest focuses for right now with your split is the posture of it. So making sure that you're not here, which is where we all start. It's where I started. And I say that like we're working this full splits challenge. A lot of times, like I can do a split. So most people go, well, like I couldn't always. Okay, most people that can do a split now couldn't always. Like when I first started martial arts, I was. And that's as far as it goes, right? But you have to do it when you focus on it. And what changed for me was what I'm hopefully trying to change for you guys, which is the habit, the consistency, and the frequency. Because for me, I set the challenge for myself to get my full split because it just looked like something that was really cool. And I did it every day, in the morning and at nighttime, especially during class and even outside of class, just to make sure that the more I was doing it, the more my body would remember what to do. And then the more it remembers what to do, that's the only habit and that's the only ability it's going to have, and it'll just start naturally doing it without thinking about it. And so that's how we increase our split, is by doing it with frequency, which means often, more often, and then doing it with consistency. So whether it's the same time during the day or multiple times during the day, adjust those two things, and you'll see that habit form, and you'll see the results you're wanting. Okay? Over to the left side again one time. I know it's really hard, and the hardest part about achieving a goal is seeing it. It's kind of seeing that goal happen before it does, especially with a full split. Especially if you're sitting like this and like this is the max split you got, it's kind of hard to visualize your legs out wide. It's kind of hard to visualize how that split looks and feels as you've never done it before. Okay, but you have to kind of keep persistent and kind of work yourself through it, and you'll get there. Because as you guys are red belts and red black belts. When you were white belts and you were having trouble with your back leg front kick or your kemai stance, did you see yourself ever, doing the things you're doing now? Probably not. Okay, it was hard to probably imagine that when you first started your martial arts training, because everything seems so difficult. But now stuff that at one point was impossible, is now easy. Good. So that's kind of my goal for you guys, is to set that goal and set that challenge, even if you can't really see it yet, and work towards it every day and just kind of see what happens. All right, pull your legs in, shake it out. All the way up. And jumping jacks. We're going to do 10 together to get loose. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, now we're going to work on some coordination a little bit and have some fun with our jumping jacks. We're going to change directions every time we pull those feet back in. So when we jump out, you jump out from here. Good. And then as you pull your feet back, oh, no, sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Every time you jump your feet out, you change directions. So like when I jump my feet out, I'm going to turn. Good. And then I pull them back in facing the same way I'm going. And then jump and turn. Pull them back in. Jump and turn. Turn back in. Jump and turn. So you're kind of turning in the air a little bit. Okay, we're going to do 12, which means 3 full rotations. Okay, taking it slow. Try to stay with me. We're going to go this way first, and then you'll go away from me next. Then we're going to go that way the third, and then facing back towards the front on the last one. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't get dizzy. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 9, 10, 11. We did it. Nice job. Very good. Slide back a little bit. Last thing we're going to do, we're going to work some flexibility from standing up. So some stretching drills while you're standing, so you work on your balance a little bit. All right, raise this leg up, whether it's just like this or whether you're holding on to it. Either one's fine. Either way, you're trying to get used to being able to hold one foot up in the air and keep it strong. Other side. If you can't quite grab it and lift it, just be here. That's fine. Just working on, again, stabilizing and balancing on one foot. Good. Next one you're going to work is you're going to lift. You're going to open up those hips. Good. And then from here, turn your knee over and pull it into you. What is this? It's a side kick. So we're practicing our side kick chamber. Lift your knee straight up. Open up your hip. Turn your knee towards me. And then pull the chamber in nice and tight to the side. Very good. One more time on this side. Lift it up. Open up your hip. It's okay if it's lower. Turn your knee over. And then pick that foot up and pull your knee into your chest. So you're showing your foot where you're going. Okay, with the right leg one time. Lift it up. Open up your hip. Rotate it over. Pull that knee in nice and tight. Okay, now we're going to do the exact opposite, which is your round kick chamber. Ready? That's by this side first. Pull your leg back. So you can't see it, but it's like this. So I pull my foot behind me, pointing those toes. And then from there, I lift it up. Good. My hands open up. If you want bonus points, pivot this back foot. Very good. Other side. You're going to pull the foot behind you. Pull your knee up, point it where you're going. And then pivot your foot if you can. Put it back down. One more time on this side. You're going to pull the foot back, lift it up, turn your foot. Woo. Good. Put it back down. Right side one time. Pull it back, lift it up, pivot and point. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to get started. We're loosened up a little bit, so we're going to get into Samurai Set, reviewing what we did, and then improving upon it. All right? Here we go. Feet together. Bow. I'm going to back up a little bit so I have room to extend forward. Step out. Say Martial Arts America. Samurai Set. Step back to guard stance. Hands up. Back fist. Step forward. Keep my side punch. Looping back fist without transferring weight, without leaning forward. Pivot. Back fist. Punch. Back leg round kick, set it in front light. Double switch of your feet. Axe kick with your left foot. Set it back behind you. Don't fall down. Good. Grab with your right hand. Turn over the right shoulder. Put that right knee up. Put the left knee down. Punch with the left hand. So it's almost like the knee is dropping and the punch is landing at the same time. Boom. Very good. And then I turn. High block. Punch. Stand back up. Double switch. Advancing axe kick. Step. Axe kick, set it in the front this time. Step forward, turn around. Back fist, punch. Back leg round with your right leg. Set the right foot down. Good, behind you. Slide the left foot around. So most of the weight is on this foot. Block up, pull down. Step back with your right foot. Hands up, sharp fingers, left hand over the shoulder. Chop the right hand forward. Pull the right hand back and chop the left hand forward so they switch spots, okay? So it's 1, 2. They just switch spots. Push the left hand down. Inverted punch. Inverted punch means your fist stays up and down. Here. Inverted punch. Back leg round kick. Good. Okay, for this time, we're going to kind of isolate these 4 wheel kicks. So again, you're going to turn over your left shoulder. That's your back shoulder. You turn over that back shoulder. When you do, you want to lean on that right foot so your left leg can do the swing. So that's the tricky part. As you look over that shoulder, you lean onto your right leg, onto your front leg. So your back leg can then whip around behind you. Good, almost like a tail. Good. So I whip, and I put it behind me. So now my left leg lands behind me. I'm going this way. Good. Now I'm going to keep turning. I'm keeping, the cool part about this, the part that's a little bit easier, is the kick is the same thing 4 times. Good, you're doing it to different directions, but it's the same exact type of kick. I continue to look over my left shoulder. I continue to lean onto my right foot. I continue to whip with my left leg. So I lean and turn. This time I'm going completely behind me. Good. Sweep it. Put it back behind me. Very good. And then from here, I'm going to kind of lean over my left shoulder. I look over my left. Lean onto that right leg. Left leg does a sweep again. And now I'm going to do it one more time towards the front. So I look over my left shoulder all the way around to where I'm going. So I kind of turn. Good. And then I sweep. This is the one time where it actually lands up. So your left knee lands up. You can actually land it in the front where it was instead of putting it back behind you. Punch with your right hand. Punch with your left hand. Circle. Chop with the right hand. Okay, so it's still the tricky part to this. It looks like I'm changing. It looks like I'm changing the rhythm, but it's literally right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. It's right, left, right, left, right. Okay? I hope that doesn't confuse you, but it's literally, it's a right hand punch, then a left hand punch, then a right hand chop, then a left hand punch, then a right hand punch. So it's still just right, left, right, left, right. I'm not doing a move 2 times in a row with the same hand. I'm switching hands every time. Okay? One more time with me. Left knee is up, right hand punch, left hand punch, right hand, almost like you're just like combing your hair, chop. Good. Left hand, punch, right hand, punch. Good. Stand up, put it back behind you, left hand chop, right hand chop, left hand high block chop, back leg front, flying front, block, pull down. And that's the last move we're doing is kind of hard to teach like backwards, so I'm just going to stop there, but that's like 98% of your form. It's a very good place to be. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I want you to kind of make a mental note of it, because the wheel kick part is a very vital, important part to get, but that part will take time. Okay, so we're going to do the whole form again, but this time when we get to the wheel kick part, we're only going to do one. We're going to do one of those wheel kicks, good, and then we're going to just fast forward a little bit to the drop down punch. Okay, so instead of doing all 4, and you guys kind of stressing about all four of those wheel kicks, we're just going to do one of them to still practice that tempo, and then we'll just kind of skip ahead to the drop down punch. So at least we're getting the whole form done from start to finish. All right. So let's go back to here. Back fist, Kihei side punch, looping back fist, spinning back fist, punch, back leg round. Okay. Double switch. 1, 2. Left foot's in the back. Axe with it. Set it behind you. Grab. Turn. Punch with the left hand. Turn. Punch with the right hand. Good. Stand up. Double switch. Step right. Kick left. Set it down in front. Step forward. Turn around. Back fist left. So now you should be going completely away from me. Your back is to me. Punch right, but only for a moment. Back leg round kick with the right foot. Set it down. Make sure when you set it down, your right foot has all the weight. Your left foot's just like an extra balance. Both hands up. Pull both hands down. Step back with your right foot. Chop. So that's a right foot step back. Right hand chops. Left hand covers. Right hand comes back. Left hand chops. Push down. Punch over the top. So what we're doing, ready? I'm going to mirror you now. So it's left hand over. Right hand chop to protect your face. Good. And then right hand chop. Sorry. Left hand chop. Right hand by your chin. So you can push down with the left. Inverted punch. So it's up and down with the right. One more time. Chop. Chop. Inverted punch. Okay. Now we're still both going this way now. Okay. Back leg round kick. All I want you to do, we're going to throw the one wheel kick. Okay. So you're going to look over the left shoulder. We're going to kick right that way and put it back behind us. So we turn, kick, boom. Okay. So that's wheel kick number 1. We still have 2, 3, and 4. But just for right now, let's skip those. We'll come back to them at a later time. Turn this way, land here. This is where that last wheel kick lands with your left knee up. Punch right hand down. So my left knee's up, my right hand's punching. Left hand punches. Chop with the right hand. Punch left. Punch right. Stand up. Step back. High block with the left. Chop as you pivot with the right. Back leg front into your jump. Flying front. Step behind. Both hands cross. Pull down. Just like we did before. We've done this move before in the form. So it's the same thing we've already done a little bit ago. Okay? And of course, samurai set to finish out. So real fast, we're going to review self-defenses number 18 and 19, and then show you guys how to combine that wheel kick with the step wheel kick in your kicking combination. Okay? Take like 10 seconds, get some water, come right back. We're working self-defense 18. Ready, go. Okay, so self-defense number 18 is that outside block. Okay, knuckles are up. And then again, we have 3 self-defenses that are outside blocks. We have number 18. We also have which 2 numbers? Numbers 3 and 6. Those are the 3, all 20 self-defenses. 3 of them are outside blocks. Number 3, number 6, number 18. Best way to remember that, what's 3 times 6? 18. Exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and so number 18 is that outside block. Step back. Outside block with the right hand. Left foot steps back and you lean. Good. And we're not catching now. Okay, catches are number what through what? So the catches are numbers 10 through 16. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 are the only catches we have. 17 through 20 are back to inside and outside blocks. 18 is that outside block. I turn and grab the wrist. Very good. I'm going to take my back foot, my left foot. I'm going to slide it over and behind the person. Not getting too close to them, though. And I pick up my arm, and then what I'm going to do is I have their wrist. They should be like this. Okay, you should have their wrist. Their arm should be rotated. You're trying to make that elbow point at you because you're going to break it. So I need to rotate the arm so that the point of the elbow is facing you. Good. So you're here, and you look, and as you step behind, you should be staring right at that point of their elbow. Your arm is up, and then I pivot my foot really hard as I throw that inside cover. Okay, just like in Star Block Set, just like in self-defense number 4. A lot of you guys were very astute and had that When I asked where else you've seen that move before, that's where else it's from self-defense number 4, good, and from Star Block set, the inside cover. Okay, so one more time. Block, grab, step out and behind them, arm comes up, your body's already kind of turned, so as I turn into them, I send my arm forward and I rotate it, good, and that's what breaks the arm. Okay, now instead of mirroring you, I'm going to show you from a normal angle so you can kind of see the angle. Again, the person that's attacking me is directly in front of me. Good. So I step, outside block. Good. I grab onto their wrist, step outside of them. Good. And then I turn, boom, and I break that elbow. All right. So you're just getting behind them, kind of like in, what's another self-defense where you outside block and then step behind somebody. But don't get too close to them. Number 3. Very good. Okay, if you can't remember these numbers, it's okay, but I know some of you guys are red black belts going towards your black belt, so kind of starting to recall a lot of this information is super helpful for you, all right? Now, number 19 is an inside block. All right, number 19, step back, block with your left hand, squat down into that stance, inside wrist grab again as you pivot your foot and drop down. Boom. So I drop down, grab that wrist, and I uppercut them, take the knuckles, uppercut, boom, into the stomach or groin. Now I'm going to stand straight up. As I stand up, I use my elbow to attack their chest. So I stand up, elbow them in the chin or the chest, and then I bring my hand across my body, and I chop them in the side of the neck. Good, so my hand comes across. Where else have you seen that motion? What self-defense? How about number 2? 1, 2, there's the chop across the side of the neck. So I chop, I grab the collar, I knee him in the stomach, I put it back where I got it, and from here I still have a hold of their collar. I'm going to grab them now by the back of the head. So I grab them like that right behind their head. And then from there, what I'm doing is what I should have, and it's kind of hard to visualize this because there's not somebody with me. I have their wrist in my hand. I have not let go of their wrist yet. So I have their wrist, and I have the back of their head. So both of my hands are on them. Okay, and what I do is I take and I turn their wrist up as I pull their head down. And as I pull them across my body in this open runway, good, I take my right foot and I basically soccer sweep. I inside sweep just like this with the instep of my foot right into the front of their ankle. So let's say I'm the puncher. Good, if I'm coming right at you and I'm punching and you did the block, you did the uppercut, the elbow, the chop, good, from here you have a hold of my wrist, good, and then you also have a hold of the back of my head. So I'm like this. And as you start to pull my arm up, you start to push my head down. And as you're pulling me forward, all of my weight is on my front ankle. And so what I'm doing is if I'm the person doing the self-defense, that person, again, they're leaning forward now. So as I'm pulling them, I take my right foot and I sweep into their ankle. Good. Almost like I'm trying to kick something with my foot. So as I pull, I sweep. Good. So I'm driving across my body with my hands as I take my right foot and kick into their front ankle. That's the one that if you've seen 19 but haven't done it yet, that's the one where the person does a roll and they do a diving shoulder roll. That's why they do this diving shoulder roll. It's because they're getting pulled on, they're getting leaned forward and getting kicked in the front of their ankles. So their body kind of flips over. That's why it's cool. Okay, so let's do 19 from the very beginning. Step back and block, inside grab, pivot, drop straight down. Don't step forward, drop straight down. Uppercut, elbow, bring it across your face, chop them in the side of the neck, grab the collar of their dobok, pull it to you as you knee them in the stomach, boom, very good. And then you open up that stance a little bit, keep a hold of their wrist in the back of their head, lift up the wrist, pull down on the head, lever them down as you bring them through the middle. And as you do that, you want to kick them in the front of the foot. Good. So it's kind of you're sweeping the front of the ankle. You're not kicking the back of the ankle. Sweep through the front of them because you're trying to make them go that way behind you. Okay? So one time real fast. We just did 19. Let's do 18 real quick to finish it up. And then we'll wrap up. So just to make sure you have 18 locked in, again, the person's in front of us. Step back with your left foot, block with your right hand, grab the outside of the wrist, so the pinky side. Step outside of their foot, behind them, not in front of them. Make sure that wrist rotates over, so they should be like that. And then from there, I turn my body and I send that block forward, boom, pivoting my foot and rotating my wrist at impact. So it's
here. Make sure you have a lot of control on that one. That is not a tap out. Good. We kind of fresh off doing some self-defenses where you kind of apply pressure and the person taps out. 18 is not a tap out. Good. If you apply too much pressure too fast, you will severely hurt somebody's elbows. Let's not do that. Okay. Make sure if you've not already, okay, make sure you're working your balance kicks. You're trying to work towards that balance board. If you are, make sure you put it in the appropriate spot on our Facebook where that post is about the balance board. And then same thing for the picture. Make sure you post the picture comment of the Champions Challenge points paper. Good. Under that potential, that Facebook post. So make sure those are in the right spots so we can get that done for you guys. If there's any questions on that, let us know. If you have a water bottle challenge video, make sure you attach it, you put it on our Facebook page potentially, hashtag MAA water bottle challenge. We're trying to get all those videos of all the kiddos compiled so we can get them into one nice, clean, cool little can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a nice little movie of all of them doing it back to back to back to back to back. So that's going to be kind of what we're going to work on. But to do that, again, we have to have all your individual students' videos. So make sure you attach that hashtag MAA water bottle challenge. If you post that on your own Facebook page, just have that hashtag there so we can then find it easier. All right, if there's any questions on that, because I said a whole lot of things, let me know. We can either Facebook us here or give us a call or an email, whatever works best for you guys. If you're together, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Again, try to sharpen up your samurai set sometime between now and Tuesday, just so that we're staying fresh on what we know and not having to relearn it come Tuesday. All right, thank you guys. Bow. You are dismissed. Good. Happy birthday, Bryce. I know I said it earlier, but in case you joined us late, happy birthday, buddy. I know your birthday's tomorrow, but I'm not going to see you tomorrow.